This is a very challenging mission, eliminating racism and empowering women. I think a lot of people don't realize that the YWCA is a global organization. We are touching more than 10 million women across the world. There are issues that we all face as women. The magnitude to which we experience that is what's different. We're organizing and we're identifying and recognizing the commonalities and what we're striving to achieve. We all need to work together so that every woman is free.
Our mission actually envelops hope for our young women with our programs at the YWCA.
For example, we have the last program, Latina Achievement, which is a mentorship program for young Latina women who are navigating the waters of graduating from high school, and they might very well be the very first in their family to have gone on to college.
We decided that representation mattered by having mentors in the form of first-generational students.
We do career aptitude testing. If they're struggling more with mental health or communication, we try to do a good job of kind of connecting with them wherever they're at. In a community like Boulder, where they don't necessarily have other people who understand like their culture or like what they go home to, or the fact that they might have different questions than the people in their classes, so they feel a lot more comfortable to ask those questions and have those conversations.
We have to educate women, and we also have to empower them. In societies where women are part of the economy fare better.
STEM careers right now are some of the highest paying positions. So when we think about economic advancement, when we think about equity, we have to make sure that the women of the future are in these positions.
So the STEM 3 program is a program for girls and girls of color to expose them to STEM career fields.
We open the opportunity for girls in middle schools to meet women in STEM. It's really cool for them to see around like their offices and see what they do on a daily basis.
YWCA Shannon Yunishe. I am from the Navajo tribe. I work at Ball Aerospace as a manufacturing engineer. Everything I work on will see space one day. I was involved in the STEM program jam session.
I had a really great time. The students asked a lot of great questions, and they were really interested in some of our telescopes that we've built, specifically the Hubble telescope.
And you can see a spark when they look at these women and have these conversations with them, and they realize that this could be them. There are wonderful things about Boulder, but we have a lot of work to still do to make this community feel like a place where everybody belongs.
Reading to End Racism is our intergenerational literacy program.
Volunteers read culturally and linguistically diverse books to a classroom for an hour a day. And we introduce this concept of race, racism, talk to students about what that means to them if they've heard it before. So having those conversations early make it easy for students to understand exactly what racism is without it being something that they're scared to talk about later or don't feel like they have the proper knowledge.
So the YWCA has become the leader in Boulder for long-standing, long-term policy initiatives that can address issues like childcare or inequity in pay.
The goal of Persimmon Early Learning is to provide the highest quality early education from infancy to pre-kindergarten for children. We are a Colorado Shines 4-rated center.
All of our staff here are ECT qualified, which is Early Childhood Teacher Qualifications. The work we do here at Persimmon is more than just watching children. We really strive for working towards developmental milestones. It's been very refreshing to see the amount of families we are able to impact with the care and flexibility we offer.
We had just moved here to Boulder from living abroad. Neither of us had jobs, and so they were on a sliding scale. And that helped so much because we were able to just figure things out. The kids would come home, you could tell when they've had a good day. One of the things I love is just the food.
We get the report each day of how much and what they ate, which is also so nice to have that communicated. There's very few things in life that have been consistent over the past 3 years because of COVID, but Persimmon has been.
Marginalized groups didn't put themselves in this situation by themselves. So it takes others who are not in that situation, that are outside of it, to come in and help those who need the help.
The dollars that we raise are what makes it possible for us to be able to ensure that we can do programming in a way that there's no barriers. We can't do that without the generosity of our donors.
I hope that someday, no matter what someone's race or gender, they have equal access to healthcare and education and leadership opportunity.
I think it's achievable, and with every little step that we take, with every little march, with every postcard that we write, with every call we do, will help us achieve that goal.
In my tribe, in Navajo culture, everything that we do is always for the next generation. We're filling the voids that we had growing up, so that way the people who come after us don't have to deal with what we dealt with.
What we're talking about is our young women, our future leaders that are going to be taking this movement into new heights, to the next milestones. And it's about, how do we support them? What do we need to do now so that that road ahead for them creates even more momentum?
There is a shared vision between our World YWCA and our National YWCA. Bring 100 million young women and girls by 2035 to transform power structures, to create justice, bring on gender equality and a world without violence. If anyone can manifest that, it would take a woman every time.